Yo! What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another MLB 21 The Show Diamond Dynasty video. In today's video, we're going to be teaching you how to play Conquest, but I'm going to dumb it down really low here, not to insult anybody, right? But I know there's a lot of new players that are playing Diamond Dynasty this year, and we're going to do our best to explain how to play and how to beat Conquest, because there's a lot of really good rewards that you can earn from it. Now, if you guys are new here, if you found me from my main channel, or you just found me because you're looking for MLB Diamond Dynasty content, if you're looking to make your team better, understand the game mode, make stubs, all that stuff, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Let's get into it. So, the main way that you would get to Conquest, and if you don't know what Conquest is, it's kind of like the it's the main single player mode for Diamond Dynasty, and it's filled with rewards, and there's so many different Conquest maps that you can play right now. You know, back when this game first came out, or at least Diamond Dynasty first came out, and they introduced Conquest, I'll be honest, I've been playing MLB The Show since 2014. I had no idea how to beat Conquest. I finally learned how to play it last year, and it's absolutely worth it because there's good rewards tied to it, and also it's just an opportunity to basically build up and farm stats for other objectives, because there's so many different like side missions to do in this game. But we're gonna go to play, and then we're gonna go to single player modes, and we're gonna go over to Conquest. And the big map, the main Conquest, can earn you an 89 overall Albert Pujols, but there's so many other ones out there. So I'm gonna go to the Conquest section, and I want to start by showing you a map that I am kind of in the middle of doing. Then we're gonna do one of these easier ones up here, for more educational, or, we're going to explain it using one of these easier maps, and then you're going to take these same, schemes and methods, or what you want to call it, and apply them to any one of these maps, whether it's, the big one for Albert Pujols, or, any of these. Now, before I do that, I want to talk about the Infinity ones, because there's a map for each division in baseball, and these are part of the Team Affinity rewards. And these rewards are really good. So we're going to briefly talk about Team Affinity. And if you go over to Programs in your Play menu and then go to Team Affinity, you can do these by division. And once you select one of the divisions, it gives you all of these rewards. And every time that you complete a certain task down here, you get a Team Affinity token, and when you get all the way up to, I believe it's 60 tokens, you get one of these fantasy packs where you get to pick an 88 overall diamond, and this goes for every single division. It's not limited to just the Central, and one of the ways that you can earn these Team Affinity tokens is by beating that particular division's Conquest. So, like I said, I'm going to start with showing you a map that I am working on, and I don't know how many of you ever played the game Risk, but Conquest is basically like Risk. I never played Risk going up as a kid, but the idea here is to basically cover the whole map with your colors. All right, that's the dumbest way I'm going to explain it. And as you can see right here, we've taken a very large portion of the left side of the map with our colors. We got a little bit of the middle, and we still got to work down here and kind of move our way to the right. And I will show you on a smaller scale how to do that, but I wanted to kind of show you, in the middle of the process, what you kind of want to strive for, right? So we're going to use this Batter Up 2 map, and there's a Batter Up 1 that I also completed. These first three, Batter Up 1, 2, and 3, are extremely easy. Now, when you're in any Conquest map, you can view the rewards. So we're going to go to the big one here. You can view the rewards by hitting triangle on PlayStation. I believe it's Y on Xbox. It says view goals down at the bottom of your screen. And you have not only these goals that they're showing you, right? And these are giving you XP, stubs, packs. There's a lot of hidden goals as well that you can earn a lot of free packs from doing this. So I strongly suggest. But if you take a look at this one, right, you go all the way towards the bottom, the main goal for beating this map, and look, you get like an 82 Bryce Harper in here, a bunch of different packs, but the main goal for beating this one is an 89 overall Albert Pujols. Now, this Conquest is going to take forever, so don't think that you're going to, I don't know if you could get it done in a day. I guess it depends on how hard you grind, but it's going to take a while. And these should be coming out throughout the year. Also, there is a first inning one, and with the first inning one, this one gives you XP towards that first inning program, which has a lot of really good rewards tied into it. And as you can see, we completed this. We got everything knocked out. This one didn't take too long. It was fairly easy. So, enough rambling, enough explaining. Let's show you actually how to play Conquest. So I'm going to start with, we'll go with the mystery map, right? Because this has no help at all on there, no start to it. The first mode of Conquest is attacking. And when you have a map like this is kind of your home base, right? This is your center point. So we're going to select that, and we basically can move anything we can touch in that center base. And with the attack points here, it's going to give us a number. I don't know what it's going to start with. And I might be phrasing things differently than what they're really called, but I'm trying to be really dumb it down here. So we're just going to move over here to the left. So now we got 14 of these over here. Now we can go anywhere that we can touch from this main spot. And we'll go down, right? So the main goal here is you want to cover up all the spots. Don't worry about the numbers. As long as you're covering up one spot, that's a W, right? So I'm just kind of moving along here, and I'm going until I run out of numbers, okay? So we're going to keep going, and as I'm kind of working my way down the map here, you're going to notice, or you can't notice actually because my face cam's in the way, the section where it says my territories is going to increase. And I mean, having a lot of territories is definitely a good thing, okay? So once we're done attacking, once we run out of numbers, we move to the steel fans phase. This one, I skip every time. I don't think there's any true purpose. I mean, you can, but if you want to get this done quick, you can skip it. So we're going to hit our, like our start button. We're going to go to skip to reinforce. Now, reinforce is a key phase because with reinforce, basically, you're going to get your numbers back up. So you can go anywhere on the map, and look, I'm increasing, I would increase this spot from 1 to 6. Or, if I wanted to go down here, I could increase this spot from 1 to 6. But early on, the main goal, in my opinion, is to cover up as much of the map as you can. So I'm going to go back to the starting point, right? I'm going to increase all the way to 6 mil. And by the way, I could put like 3 mil here, and then I could move down and put like 3 more mil here. Okay, but we're trying to cover the whole map to start with. So we're going to put all 6 here. Now we're to move. Now move we'll show you in a little while, but move for right now, you're more times than not, you're going to skip move, right? So we're going to go skip and then go back to attack. So the main 2 phases that you're going to be using 99.9% of the time are attack and reinforce. So now we're back at our center point. If you can't see the number, you can hit square. I think it's X on Xbox. Toggle map view. It'll give you your number right there on the center point. And now we're going to attack. And we're going to again go to everything that we can touch. We're going to work our way to these little hexagons or whatever the heck they are until we run out of either them or space to go. So now if you look at the bottom right, we have 20 territories. We started this out with 1. And the more territories you own means the more reinforcing you can do. And the more reinforcing you can do gives you a greater number to go forward. So now, kind of given where the map is, we're in a situation where there's no empty spaces to occupy, only opponent spaces to occupy. So we're going to once again skip the steel section, and we're going to go back to reinforce. And again, we can reinforce anywhere we want, but you know what? We're going to start kind of attacking the Oakland A's. So I'm just going to pick this spot. I'm going to reinforce, and we can go up to 7 million now, okay? We get a little goal here. So one of the goals when we hit triangle was to acquire 21 million fans. We've done that. Goal completed. We get some stubs, some XP. Now we're at move. And this is what I was showing you earlier, guys. If you want to move fans from one spot to another, this is the section that you do it. So I could take 7 from here, right? Or click where it says 7. And I can pick any one of these 2 spots that it's touching. And then I can move a couple fans back and forth. I don't want to do that right now, but that's something you can do. And you may find yourself doing it kind of later in the rounds. Early in the round, you don't really need to. So again, we're going to skip move. We're going to go to attack. Okay, and this goes in the same order every time. We're always just skipping the steals and the moves, and we're going with attack and reinforce. So now that it's time to attack, and we have no empty spots to occupy, it's time to take on the A's. So we're going to take our 7. Basically, it's a numbers game here, right? We have 7 against their 1. I'll show you the simulation in a moment, but the goal here is to get a higher number and attack their lower numbers, because you're more than frequently going to win. But this is the mistake I used to make all the time, is that we're going to select this one up here, right? It now gives us an option. Do we want to simulate this game or play it? You don't want to play it. It's a waste of time. Now you can, because you can accumulate stats, grind out other, XP methods, things like that. But if you're trying to do this quick and this is the most efficient way, you're going to want to simulate. Now, the fact that we have 6 million fans versus their 1, the simulated win chance is very high. So the higher the number on your side versus the lower number on the computer side, is a good thing for you. So we're going to simulate, we're going to hit yes, and it's going to give you this little simulating screen. Now, we're going to lose some fans in the process, but at the end of the day, most of the times you're going to win these, and if you lose, don't freak out. It's not the end of the world. But now you can see we kind of occupied that territory that the A's once owed. And now we have 5 here, so we're still in attack mode. Now we can select either this one or this one. We don't want to select the A's logo. That's their stronghold. That's their big base. That's similar to our base right here. Mine just doesn't have a logo because I haven't created one yet, but if you created a logo, you'd see it in this base. So you kind of want to circle around and close in on these computer teams' strongholds because it's going to give you an easier game difficulty when you play against them to take it over completely. So we're just going to kind of work our way over here. We're going to go to simulate. We're going to, obviously win or hope to win because we have a little bit of a higher chance. All right, so we won. And now you can see that we're starting to just kind of take over the Oakland A's. We'll go simulate again. 4 million versus 1 million. I'm going for it. Sometimes you might lose. That's okay if you do. So that one, we kind of lost 1 million in the process. But now you can see we're starting to take over. That red or that maroonish color, whatever it is starting to take over the map. And as we do this, our territories and our fans are increasing down at the bottom right of the screen. And again, the main goal here is to cover the entire map. Once you do that, you've beat that particular conquest. So we kind of have one more attack in us. If you wanted to not attack here, you can, because 2 versus 1, it's not, if you look at the simulated chance now, it says medium. Before it said like very high or whatever the heck it was. So it's medium. There's a chance we could lose this. I kind of want us to lose this. Okay, we lost, right? It's not the end of the world. That's okay. So we don't get that spot for now, and we kind of lost 1 million fans. So now we're back at Steel Fans. We don't need to do this. We're going to skip it again and skip to reinforce. This is our time to build up our strength again, okay? So we're going to pick this one. We could pick here. We could pick over here. We're just going to pick this one for fun. And now we get to increase these fans one more time. We're going up to 8. Notice, every time you take over more territories, it gives you more options or more numbers, basically, to reinforce. Once again, move fans. We don't need to do it here, so I'm going to skip to attack. And once more, I'm going to kind of circle around here and just try to take over the A's. And then I'll show you how to take over a stronghold. We're basically just filling up the map with our team color. We got 1 versus 1. Again, this could not go our way. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. And again, it doesn't, and that's okay. Don't freak out. So we lost. But you see, we're really, putting the pressure on the A's right now. They got 2 little spots left plus their stronghold. So we're in Steel Fans. We're going to skip this once more and go to Reinforce. And I'm going to show you how to take over a stronghold. Now, you may want to clear out this green completely before you do so. But the thing here is that you want a really big number up against the opponent's stronghold. So now we're bumping it up to 9. And like if you go through some of the bigger maps, you're going to be in the 40s, 50s, 60s. So it can get pretty crazy. Now we're at 9. So I could, we got to skip past move here. So skip to attack. So now I could go down here and take this 2 and this 1, and I really got the A's beat. But if you want to take over their stronghold, you're now going to go over to their logo, right? And you're going to play a game. Now this, you can't simulate past this, but the more number of fans you have, right, the lesser difficulty or the easier difficulty you have to play on. So right now, to take over this stronghold, we would have to play the game on All-Star. I want to get to a point where we only need to play on Veteran or Rookie. It's just going to make it that easier. If you're really good at the game, you're probably cool with All-Star. I want to make it easy for you guys. So instead of attacking the stronghold, again, we're going to kind of take up some more space here. We're going to try to attack these guys and take away their green numbers, take away their color, and replace it with ours, so it gives us a better advantage when we go to attack the stronghold. So we did some attacking. We still had 7, we'll just call them points left after clearing out all of their space, right? And we're back into the reinforcement. And I forgot to tell you guys, at the bottom of the left, it tells you how many reinforced points. And again, I'm just making these phrases up to make them easier to understand how many we have left. So now we can add that 9 to the 7 we have here. And now we got a spot with 16 points. So now, if we skip back to attack, if we try to tackle their stronghold, it should make the difficulty a little easier. And now it allows us to play on Veteran. Okay, so Veteran obviously is going to be a lot easier than playing on All-Star. And in some cases, when the numbers are super, to your advantage, they'll let you play on Rookie. Now, once you play this game, I'm not going to record the gameplay, but I'm going to go play it, and then I'll show you what happens after we win. It's basically a 3-inning game. You get the W. We'll see what happens next. So we played the game, we got our win to take over the computer or opponent's stronghold, and now once we exit out of the game and come back to the Conquest map, you're going to see that once owned by the Oakland A's territory is now going to be our territory. And when we get back to the map, you're not only going to see our original stronghold down here, but now we have a second one. And if we hit square, which is on PlayStation or X on Xbox, we now kind of have 15 in the middle here, and then our original stronghold still has one. So now we're, whoops, I backed out of the entire map. Now we are into the Steel Fans phase. We'll skip over that. We'll go to Reinforce, and we can either pick to go towards the Yankees on the bottom part. They look a little weaker. They don't own as many territories, or the Padres on the left. So I would probably go down here to the Yankees. We're going to reinforce. We get all the way up to 10. Now, remember, we still have all of these fans over here in 15. This is where move fans starts to become a good idea, because we can now move these 15 that are kind of in the middle of nowhere and start moving them to the left towards the Padres, so we can take them over eventually as well. When you're moving, you can only select some, a spot that's directly next to you. So we'll go over here. We'll move all of our fans to the left. And then next time we get to that move stage, we'll be able to move them over one more time to where we can eventually begin to attack the Padres. But, I'm going to go after the Yankees now. And we're going to be in that attack phase. We're going to go the same route that we did against the A's, kind of circle around there, building up enough fans to where we get that advantage to play on an easier level. Once we take over the Yankees, we go do the same thing to the Padres, and that's pretty much how you play Conquest. If you guys got any other questions about it, feel free to leave it down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.